Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
Boys looking past their odds.
Beautiful in here, huh?
Fielded in the end zone. It's wild. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the UCLA Bruins offense will have the first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these 2 great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these 2 quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are 2 huge names, you know, brand versus brand.
Oh, he's holding me.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Bruins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Finds his big tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short...
Let's go Bruins.
Let's go Bruins. Your city. In your city.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Give me that.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys
That's all about now.
believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, and they...
I'm watching.
To the game.
Watch it, brother.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Trailer. He is not afraid to
Watch
use
it, brother.
his stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. And the
Watch it, brother.
2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. Jukes his way for more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage
Nothing
and get it out
bullshit.
to the 39-yard line.
Go get him.
They
Send the
are
dogs.
dialed in on this
Full
drive.
attack.
A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Charles. Bringing the
There you go.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he
Ooh,
goes.
fucking attack.
The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. second down.
Give me that. Oh my
Snagged out
God.
there.
What just
They bring
happened?
him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Love the location of the throw.
What just happened? They go
That
in.
slant pass. Put
Okay.
it out in front of the receiver. Put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on
All right, we running the ball, bro.
That brings up a fourth down. And the Bruins decide to punt it
Defense,
away.
man.
He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
Be patient like we do in practice.
The give to the single back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Follow 51.
They'll ride the hot hand. Fighting off the defender. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wide.
Oh, be selling on me. God, it be selling on me, man. I got to figure that out in practice, bro. Unless I'm just throwing it a little bit too quick.
In the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The play action.
Oh my God. My right side of my line is just a little bit janky.
Back at the 10.
I love the
Just a little
discipline of
bit.
this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline by this defense.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Charles. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Trying the left side. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup.
It's a seam wide open. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. This time they'll go to the running game.
Damn, boy.
He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
They stopping me today, but I'm going to get a big
Well, there's
one.
a statement by
I'm
the
gonna get a big one.
defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
The running back has it. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Bruins in a good spot here with second and short.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. To the air, it's Charles. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The Bruins line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
Yeah, and Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university,
he missed it.
They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. He might want another play. To the air on first down. Going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 10.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Winston. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Charles. Got his man quickly. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And the Bruins have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a great job by this defense, setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Bruins will punt this one away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them...
Oh, he's got some space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
And the Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Running to the left. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to him on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they kick it in for 6 more points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Coming out with it, it's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. And the Bruins in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Charles. Quick strike complete. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
At the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Under fire. Got his man. Breaks the tackle. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets rid of it. Finds the tight end. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Leaves it with the back. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, we send it back to the guys. Shoe.
And the Bruins will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake on first down.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Pretty.
Looking to pass. It's Charles. In the middle.
They wouldn't let me click on him because I was trying to take his shit off.
But he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I didn't see
On the
him.
doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal.
I sure did.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Tennessee. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He's got him. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Off play action. He lost it high and deep down the left side.
Got him.
Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Oh, sir. Take him up on me out there, bro.
It's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Backed up too much, though, bro. Stop backing up so much, Justin. It's too much. You're making them throw harder by.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Charles. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Ooh, I can't wait till we get some boys on this front line.
Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Crazy Cajuns out there fighting for their life.
One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They'll give it to the back.
You went right by him, bro. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success.
I'm trying to get you the ball. I'm talking about you on the lead.
At least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the heat.
Oh!
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to
No,
tell us
bruh.
Maybe I'll go for it anyway.
Keep losing yards, man.
A little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Buckeyes looking to convert on 4th down. He'll go to the sneak. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. They go to the ground.
Dang,
Not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He's going to throw deep right side.
Oh, he got me again. Son of a...
Taking it the other way.
Oh, big 78. They look at that big kid. Damn, that's number 2.
Skills after that interception. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll pull it on the read. At the 45 on his way. They finally get to him. And what a play Bruins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Here's the handoff. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Charles. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3.
Good. Gonna run the shit out of the
Tried
ball.
to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Going with the ground game left. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Across the 45. And he'll rattle to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would turn it on. And this is the part of the game where you can really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking to throw, it's Charles. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here lately.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ruston for some time. They're up by 18 over Nevada. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
That's caught. It's Lyle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Charles. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too gentle.
David. Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. To throw, it's Charles. Almost had the completion, just missed it. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the yard line. Okay. Here's the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quick completion on the out route. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the back. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield.
Y'all need some work, boy. Y'all need some work in the offseason. Jesus Christ.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Got a man, it's Lyle. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Bruins have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. On the move, it's Winston. Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at him.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into... And that's really what we saw in this game today. Opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Right from the freaking